All right, so imagine this. You take a little bit of neuroscience, a dash of exclusive, high-end coaching, and you throw it right into the middle of the wellness boom. What do you get? Well, you get something called BrainsDrop, and it's a venture making some seriously bold promises about resetting your mind. The Tesla of the mind. I mean, that's the slogan they're using for this BrainsDrop method. It's catchy, right? Sounds super luxurious, futuristic, like something you absolutely need. But let's be real. What does that even mean when we're talking about our own brains? So that's what we're here to figure out. What is the full story behind these big claims? We're gonna dive deep, and I mean really deep. We'll look at the science they say they're using, we'll check out the founder who came up with it all, and we'll even peek behind the curtain at their business model. And get this, it's all based on their own internal documents and presentations. Okay, let's start at the beginning. What is BrainsDrop actually promising? What's the core offer here? All right, so the whole idea is pretty simple, actually. They're basically saying that our modern lives have just completely drained our mental batteries. And their big promise? A brain reset program that takes you all the way back to what they call baby mode. Yeah, you heard that right. That state of pure focus, from way back before all the stress and notifications and everything else took over. And this quote from the founder, it pretty much sums up their whole philosophy. Raus aus dem Kopf, rein in den Körper, which, translates to out of the head, into the body. The entire goal is to get you to stop overthinking everything and just reconnect with yourself on a more intuitive, almost physical level. Okay, so a brain reset sounds great, but how do they actually claim they can do it? Well, this is where things get interesting. This is where the neuroscience comes in. So their whole method hinges on this one concept: neurotransmitters. The easiest way to think about them is like the fuel for your brain. Seriously, every single thought, every feeling, every action, it's all burning through this chemical fuel. And they zero in on 4 key players in this brain fuel game. They've even given them these, catchy descriptions. You got dopamine, which they call the adventure hormone. Then there's serotonin for life satisfaction. GABA is your relaxation chemical. And of course, adrenaline, the one that kicks in for fight or flight. But here's the really crucial part. It's all about how they frame the problem. According to BrainsDrop, things like burnout or anxiety, they're not complex psychological issues. Nope, they're just a fuel shortage in your brain. And their solution is just as simple. Use non-medical stuff like hypnosis and some special supplements to basically refill your mental tank. So who came up with all this? That brings us to the founder. A method this unique usually comes from someone with a pretty unique background. So let's meet the man behind BrainsDrop, Amin Dakalias. And when I say unique, I mean it. This guy's path has been, it's been a journey. We're talking military service during Operation Iraqi Freedom, then pre-med at Harvard Extension School, followed by studying human medicine in Germany. All of that before becoming the CEO of the BrainsDrop Institute. It's a lot. And the list of his claimed expertise is just as wild. He's an aspiring neurologist, a hypnotherapist and NLP practitioner, a lecturer in medicine, a US Army vet. Oh, and he speaks 5 languages. So you can see how this really diverse, almost eclectic skill set becomes the foundation for the whole BrainsDrop method. We have the concept, we have the founder. But how do you turn all of that into a business? And with prices like that, you can probably guess who they're targeting. Their own business strategy is super clear about it. They're going after wealthy people. We're talking CEOs, entrepreneurs, business owners, basically people who are feeling the burnout from a high-pressure life and, crucially, have the money to pay a premium for what they hope is a quick fix. But believe it or not, this high-ticket coaching thing is only part of the story. To really get what they're aiming for, you have to look at the bigger picture, at the massive wave they're trying to ride. See this number? $2.6 billion. That's the size of the global market for brain-computer interface tech right now. And it's not stopping there. That market is projected to absolutely explode. We're talking over $12 billion within the next 10 years. So when BrainsDrop uses all this language about neuroscience and hacking your brain, it's no accident. They are positioning themselves perfectly to catch that massive wave. All right, so what does this all add up to? Let's zoom out, pull all these threads together, and see what the big picture looks like. When you really break it down, the BrainsDrop formula is actually pretty brilliant in its simplicity. Step 1, identify a really common, relatable problem. We're all tired, right? Mental exhaustion. Step 2, propose a cool, futuristic-sounding solution, a brain reset. Step 3, package it up as a luxury, premium product. And Step 4, aim it squarely at the people who have both the problem and the cash to pay for a quick solution. And all of this leaves us with a really big question, doesn't it? I mean, companies like BrainsDrop are popping up everywhere, right at this intersection of wellness and tech. So is this what's next? Is this blend of simplified neuroscience and super expensive coaching the actual future of personal development? Or is it just the future of how personal development gets marketed? Something to think about.